This Genshin Impact voice actor is going after a lot of the Hoyoverse community on Twitter, and honestly, it's kind of funny to see. If you don't know, recently there's been a little bit of drama involving the Genshin Impact boycott kind of community, and everything to do with the whole natlan update. Now, obviously, Genshin Impact has recently had their live stream where they actually released a ton of stuff coming out in version 5.0, and it was actually pretty decent. I would say the update was very, very nice, but obviously there's still a lot of people boycotting Genshin and are not happy with this update, and are just not happy with a lot of the changes going on at the moment. And also, a lot of these people have come over to the voice actors, and there was actually a recent situation which I covered in a previous video where pretty much some voice actors were actually cut from Honkai Star Rail. Now, if you saw that video, I talked about Argenti, Huohuo, and Mr. Tail were all being updated in the game, and they were getting new voice actors. Now, Argenti, we have no clue why he's getting replaced, and you know, what's the reason behind it. Is it a similar one to Huohuo, which I will be talking about in a minute? And also, Argenti's voice actor also voices Mr. Tails, so, you know, it's the same thing. It's the voice actor that's gone, not the character. And then Mose was a completely separate incident, which I talked about in a different video as well. But the reason why Huohuo's voice actor was actually removed was apparently because they actually appeared to signal boost the Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse boycott. Now, obviously, this is from like a random news site, so I definitely take a lot of this information with a grain of salt. Obviously, they could be for a completely different reason, which I talked about in the last video. It could be some kind of illness or something going on in their life which kind of prevents them from, you know, continuing to voice act and voice acting a lot. Because obviously in a gacha game, there's a lot of updates, so there's a lot to voice, and it's often quite a pretty full-on job. So again, a lot of people just aren't really cut out for that, but it does actually really seem like they were removed for supporting the Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse boycott. So in this video, I'm going to be going through everything you need to know about Courtney Lin, the voice actor for Huohuo, and also Valeria Rodriguez, who are going after a ton of these Twitter trolls, and it's honestly quite funny to see. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also go over to GamerSubs and use my code KAZA where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. I definitely recommend going to go check them out, as they've got a ton of really nice stuff over on their site, and the link will be down below in the description. So let's get back into the video. So the main reason why I saw a lot of this stuff going on was because of this tweet, which actually got 1.2 million views from Valeria Rodriguez. But we have to go back a bit because, as I explained, Courtney Lin got removed for actually speaking about the Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse boycott, which she says in this tweet, "Oof, jumping back on Twitter to say your voices matter, and I'm so proud of our community for using theirs. Retweet, email, speak up, our community is strong." Now, a lot of people speculated this was due to the strikes. Obviously, there's the voice actor strikes, which are still going on at the moment, I'm pretty sure. But this was actually several days before the strikes were even announced. So a lot of people have actually speculated that this is due to the Genshin boycott and the Hoyoverse boycott. Because obviously there's been this big thing of people boycotting against Genshin Impact because they don't like the changes that are happening. And it's honestly just a stupid kind of movement altogether because they still play the game. And I did make a video yesterday, which I said I was going to make this video, you know, explaining the whole voice actor stuff in a separate kind of detailed sense. And I was just saying some of the main accounts for the Hoyoverse boycott still play the game. So again, it's not really a boycott, they're just not spending on the game, which again doesn't really affect Hoyoverse at all. Then some random Twitter user tweeted, "So proud of our community, my community is so powerful and brave for getting rid of you," and pretty much making fun of her for being fired or, you know, getting kicked out of Hoyoverse games. And obviously that isn't great at all. It's just kind of unnecessary to be making fun of her for that reason, especially whenever she's doing it for, you know, a kind of good cause, I'd say. Obviously everyone wants the Hoyoverse games to get better. And then Valeria Rodriguez, who is the voice actor for Sucrose, actually goes in and says, "You're an effing loser who deserves to die alone. And I'll bet $1,000 that you're incredibly depressed and hate yourself. Get therapy or rot alone in your bedroom, but leave nice people out of it, nerd." That, or have the balls to say this in person, not behind a profile picture. So again, she's probably going in on this guy, and it's kind of funny to see. Obviously, she is protecting her friend or her, you know, co-worker or whatever, and yeah, she pretty much just goes off on Twitter. Now I would just like to say to begin with, I've seen a few people cover this topic already, but it seems like this voice actor is an absolute Twitter fiend. Like, they cannot get off of Twitter. Obviously, like recently, I think they've been a little bit less active, but holy crap, there was so many tweets just to get to this one that only happened 4 days ago. They actually tweet so much, it's actually insane. Like, I've never seen someone tweet this much in my life. And yeah, it seems like Valeria actually, you know, goes after a lot of these people quite often, and this isn't the first case of it happening. But she also goes off in the replies as well. Obviously, there's more people trolling her in the replies. One person saying, "Maybe if you had a real job, you'd have more than only $1,000 to bet with." And then she said, "Alright, post your bank account and I'll do the same. I got way more than 1K. Which again, it's kind of funny. She's actually trying to, you know, she's trying to compare balances with this person. And obviously this is super weird for a voice actor, as we've known in the Genshin community and, you know, the Honkai Star community. voice actors tend to just kind of keep things to themselves, keep doing their job, and try not to speak out against their game or do anything that would cause them to lose their role. But this person is going all out and going after all of these Twitter users, which, again, I think it's kind of great to see that, you know, someone's actually speaking against them. And just to make it clear at the moment, Courtly Nin doesn't have a job with Hoyoverse anymore, but Valeria still does. She still voices Sucrose in Genshin. So again, we're gonna have to wait and see what kind of happens with that, especially with a lot of the stuff that she's saying online. Is she going to be kicked out as well, or does Hoyoverse not really care that much? So again, it's gonna be super interesting to see. And obviously it's been a few days now and nothing has happened, so I don't really know if anything is actually going to happen to her. But in these replies, obviously she's talking about money and stuff, and it seems like that is quite a big theme in what she posts and what she replies to, you know, just in general on her account. There's been lots of tweets of her like talking about her money and how much money she is and how rich she is and how poor everyone else is, which again is a little bit weird, and especially for a voice actor who doesn't even make that much money in the first place. Maybe she's got a really good job on the side that makes her a ton of money. I guess that could be plausible, but again, she also tweets a lot of stuff about, you know, looking better than people and people being losers and stuff like that. So again, it seems like she's projecting quite a bit, especially with the whole money stuff. And just overall, it's kind of weird to just flex that amount of money instead of engaging in some kind of actual argument that you can actually kind of debate over. But this, she's just going, I've got more money than you and you look bad kind of thing. And she does that quite a lot, not just in this situation, not just in these replies, but in replies to other people as well, which again, obviously just look really, really weird. And I also kind of find it funny that Valeria also posted a tweet on the same day saying, I use my platform for kindness. Now, I don't know if we saw that tweet there where she calls him a loser who's going to die alone, but you know, okay, if that's considered kindness, then, you know, maybe it is. And spreading the word about important topics. But it's also my account, and I don't take from losers trying to tear me or my friends down. Why does professionalism include being a human punching bag? Which again, is completely crazy. I think especially being a voice actor, you should watch what kind of stuff you're saying online, especially to other people who enjoy these games and stuff like that, because a lot of companies don't care whether, you know, your feelings are getting hurt by some guy on Twitter. All they see is you attacking some kind of person from the community, and then they're like, well, you're gone. And then suddenly you don't have a job, and then you don't have that money to start flexing on all of these people. So again, if I was to give any advice to her, I'd definitely be careful on what you're saying online and, you know, what kind of stuff you're saying to other people, you know, telling this person they're gonna die alone, that you're gonna bet $1,000 that they're incredibly depressed. Obviously, you're going into some topics which, you know, may be a little bit triggering for some people. So again, I'll definitely be careful. But so far for me, it just seems a little bit funny that she is actually going in on all of these people, because it's very unusual to see a lot of these voice actors from the Hoyoverse community, especially, you know, going after these Twitter trolls and actually defending themselves, because a lot of people just don't do that. And I think it is better just to ignore them. But obviously, it seems like Valeria just can't really do that. As for Courtly Lynn, it seems like she probably won't be coming back to Hoyoverse, which is a shame, as she did voice some very cool characters, obviously Lucy and also Huo, who were both amazing characters, but now she's been replaced by some new voice actors who are still pretty good, to be fair. But again, it's still disappointing to see that she got removed just for speaking out against the company that she works for. But again, that's just kind of what you get whenever you speak out against your employer. You know, they literally give you money and then you're saying, oh, they're doing stuff bad. You know, of course they're going to fire you. You should have seen that coming from a mile away, but it doesn't seem like she's actually complaining about it online. I think she kind of knows that, you know, it was coming and that it was kind of deserved. But at the same time, it is disappointing to lose a talented voice actor in these games. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you think Valeria should keep going in on more of these Twitter trolls? Because again, it is kind of funny to see. Or do you think she should hold back a bit and kind of save her career and hopefully not get fired by Hoyoverse as well and join her friend Courtly Lynn there? But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go over to GamerSubs, as I said, use my code KAZO, where you can get yourself 10% off a ton of cups and tubs. Again, they got some really nice stuff over there, so I definitely recommend going to go check it out. And I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.